I-70 West, St. Charles. Why isn't this Kansas City? I don't know why IDOT is citing an out-of-state control for Missouri. That's stupid. I would have stopped here and gotten gas, but it's like 50 cents a gallon cheaper in Illinois or in Missouri. So, Mama didn't raise no fool, and I got enough gas to go about 70 miles still. Today's target is about 850 miles, I think. The next 2 days we're going to try to do just under 15. So that's the other reason I'm not really worried about getting gas to get on the clock for saddle sore, because, you know, we're not going to have 1,000 or 1,500 possibility. FedEx, get back in the right lane. Or you're not going to do it. Alright, well. I was trying to let him go and get back in the right-hand lane. He don't want to. I set this thing up. I think it's just about perfect with the Saddlemen bag. It's got me a little bit more upright than I'd like, but it's not bad. Got a little bit of cloud cover this morning to start with. There's a chance of hitting some rain across probably Kansas, but we'll see. I mean, I got the rain gear with me. I got everything I need just in case. I'm hoping not. Hoping not. These might be the best gloves I've bought. They're nice and warm, they're waterproof. There goes my alarm. The tech tip on them works. I can use, so I can move stuff around on my phone if I need to. Yeah, everything about these is good. There's an Amazon brand, Iron Gia, which is the same brand that little top box I got, a little tail bag. Missouri, the land between the rivers. Even though Missouri is not, Iowa is the only state I believe that has waters that make that rivers that make up its entirety of both borders. East and west. New Jersey's close, except New Jersey does have a little bit of an ocean in there. I've got one hotel in Lyman in mind, one hotel in Denver West, Wheat Ridge, Arvada, that area. So that's the target. The hope is to make it all the way to Denver West. Whether or not I do, that's another story. Like I said, that's like 850 miles. So that'll be 12 hours of actually going time, which might be pushing it. I did max out last year at 875, and I probably would have made it to 1,000 had it not been for hitting the traffic in Oklahoma City. It just wiped me out when I did. I just want to get back to 70 before I hit stop for gas if I can help it. And then MoDOT's going to MoDOT. 70 West, Wentzville. Not even Columbia. Wentzville. Why? I mean, I get it. I think that's where we meet. Where we meet I-64, but still, Wentzville. As bad as IDOT is, MoDOT might be worse. Now we're coming into Columbia. One thing I've noticed, Todd, the Control City Freak, I haven't seen one porno shop billboard. But you know what I have seen a lot of? Weed billboards. So it's almost like the Mary J. Wanna billboards that replaced the porno shops. Todd. Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd. If you don't know the reference, that's the George Carlin thing about annoying boys' names. New bridge is just kind of meh. I like the old-timey, you know, yeah, that style bridge. Do something different, like do it, you know. I mean, I'm glad it's not a cable stayed, because you see cable stayed everywhere. I like the old truss bridges, they just look cool. Let's get another, like I said, 30 miles, 40 miles, and we'll stop to get gas. 113, so yeah, I might exit 70-ish. Unless I see a reason to stop before that. Okay, well, my plans changed a little bit because I stopped and I checked the weather, and they put the rain back in the afternoon. So we're going to try to make as good a time as we can. So we're going to try to keep rolling. So stopping to sit down for breakfast was not going to happen. So we went ahead and stopped here in Blue Spring. I think it's Blue Spring. Blue something. Missouri, just outside, just before we hit 470. And I forgot to clean that off. I'm such a dumb. I think it's on. So next stop will probably be the Oasis on the Turnpike. But we're in the Kansas City area now. Either that or Topeka, all the way to Topeka. Because I got a little something in my belly now. Got the Royal Style KC right there. I wonder if they change that and we get into football season, they do the Chiefs style. I don't know. It'd be cool if they did. Here's the Alphabet Loop. We're going to stay on 70. We're going to go... We're going to do that way. Here's the Missouri River right there. Lewis and Clark Viaduct. And there's the airport, I think. State border ahead. I think we're still going, yeah. Kansas state line, Wyandotte County, KCK. Dwight D. Eisenhower and all their, yeah. $420 miles to get to Colorado. Checking the weather. All the rain is up in Nebraska right now, so I think we're going to be fine coming through Kansas. The problem I might face is that the problem I might run into is it's coming over the mountains right now. So that's going to be the big... Glasses on? Yeah, we good. We good. The problem we may face is when we get towards Lyman, it may start raining then. So we're going to try to make as good a time as we can. Next stop is going to be in Salina, probably. And then from there, we'll probably stop in Hayes. I got my toll money right in here, so we're good there. I still got the liner in the jacket, but I went to the thin gloves because my hands were starting to sweat a little bit, and we're gonna put some miles down now. We're gonna try to make this whole run without stopping. Well, not a whole fuel run. Salina's like 120 miles. But we're almost to Topeka, so we'll keep this running to go through Topeka. Topeka, Topeka, Topeka. It's one of the fun cities to say, Topeka. You know, Chicago is just Chicago. Chicago. You know, Chicago. Chicago. So it starts with a C, ends with an O, and then in the middle is Pekag. I didn't realize there was all this, especially this part of Canada. There's a lot of, they just had a sign that says, "Welcome to the Flint Hills." I didn't really know this was such a place. But, you know, there's a lot of little rolling hills here. A lot like, you know, you get to western Nebraska. Eastern Nebraska is pretty damn flat, but yeah, there's a, you know, for a state you don't think that has elevation changes, there's some damn elevation changes here. Wow. Alright, we'll pick up again in Salina. See ya. Alright, well, yeah, I've had lunch too. I stopped at the Popeyes and had a little bit of chicken. So, next stop will be Hayes in about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. It's definitely storming over coming off the mountains now. The question's going to be is how far does it keep going? It looks like it might be about an hour of it. So that'll be, we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's about 2 hours from Lyman right now. They said it'll be there around 2:30 to 3:30 or so. And I am about, I'm 6 hours to Denver, so I'm like 4.5 to Lyman. So we're probably going to go through that at some point. The question is, how nasty is it going to be? They're kind of spotty cells, so it might just be rain. It might be thunderstorms. I don't know, but we'll find out. Top gear, please. Oh, yeah. You don't think about scenery like this when you're in Kansas, but this is, you know, it's not Rocky Mountains beautiful, but it's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. Here across these high plains, sand hills, flint hills, whatever kind of hills you want to call them. And more destruction zones. You ever have one of those trips where you just feel like you're just, you know, kind of complete Groundhog Day? You're not getting there, even though you know you're clicking off miles. It's just still, you look down at Google Maps and you're still 5 hours away. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, maybe it's 4 hours, but yeah, I still got like 320 miles. I'm gonna make it to Denver. It's like 220 to Lyman, so. And the storms are just about to start in Lyman, I think. So I'm hoping, and as they move across the plains, they kind of pewter out a little bit. Because it's cool. It's not really that hot. It's probably, like I said earlier, it's probably 80 degrees, maybe. I think I am going to rearrange stuff and put my rain gear in that top box. That way, if I need it, I can grab it in a hurry. It almost reminds me of an old McDonald's commercial we had in Maryville. In Chicago earlier, you know, like maybe 15 years ago. Because originally, that's a nice welcome sign right there. Because originally there was like a 30% chance of storms in the afternoon. Well, last night they had basically wiped that out and said, no, it's not going to rain. It's like a 10% chance or 20% chance. And now there's a line of storms coming across off the mountains to the high plains. So maybe we'll get lucky and they'll pewter out. But I'm going to be ready just in case, because you have your rain gear somewhere where you can get to it quickly. You know what? It don't rain. Well, that was a failure on all accounts. The Harley dealer was closed. They must not have survived the dealer purge. The Walmart didn't have the cord I was looking for. There's not a Best Buy within, you know, the nearest Best Buy is in Salina. So we're going to go and there's a couple of truck stops that are up another like 30 miles or so. There's a Love's and a Casey's. We'll try there. I got enough gas to go. It says 60, probably 40 is more accurate. So So we'll try there. I mean, Goodland is probably, that's in Waukene. And Goodland is probably where we'll make the determination exactly how far we're going to go. And I tried to stop at a gas station and all I had was regular. It's like, that's great. So we'll back it down like 77. And next opportunity, it looks like a decent sized gas station. We'll go ahead and stop. Like I said, it says 55. Worst case scenario, I probably got about 40 miles of range. Waukene, 30 miles. Ellis, I think, has some stuff in it. Ellis will stop at. It's looking more and more like Lyman is probably going to be it. I did move my Ranger up into the top box. That way, I can get to it quick. I don't have to rearrange stuff to get to it. All right, well, we're in Waukene. We got gas. Check the weather again. And we're probably going to hit it somewhere in eastern Colorado, maybe Burlington. There are some reds and stuff in there, but it's not. I've probably got about 3 hours still, 2.5, 3 hours before I'll hit it. And it's only like probably 60 miles wide. So we might just try to suck it up and make it all the way to Denver. Figuring that we're not going to get there till about 8 o'clock. But we wouldn't be leaving tomorrow morning till probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock anyway. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to hit it, whether I go to just stop in Lyman or if I go all the way to Denver. We'll get a couple hours down the road and make that determination. Just before we get into Colorado, we'll figure out what we're going to do. But Lyman would make it kind of tough to make it to Wendover. Ow! Not impossible, but tough. I have not checked the weather on any of the passes yet. I'll do that when I get there, because you know, tomorrow will be kind of a determining factor to which way are we going to head. I'm hoping to head down 40, and that kind of is another reason why Lyman actually might be a better option. I don't know. Because tomorrow we can figure out what kind of time we're making and that can determine which if we go to Wendover, if we stop in Salt Lake or Tool or wherever. Because I may have to reroute. I may have to head up to Cheyenne and then over too. That's also a possibility. If the weather is not cooperating on the hills, you can't really force it. But we'll reevaluate everything when we get to probably Goodland, and unless something else interesting happens, we'll see you over there, and we'll tell you what I'm doing, and I'll tell you what I'm doing. All right. See you later. Well, it looks like Mother Nature's going to win this one. The weather just keeps getting crappier and crappier, and it looks like it's damn near in Burlington. So Goodland, Kansas is going to be where we're staying tonight. I'll check both the Motel 6 and the Super 8. It'll probably be the 6 unless the Super 8 has breakfast. Just because, I mean, I'm a cheap Pollock. Motel 6 is good enough for me. On the bright side, we did clear 1,000 miles on the trip, but I was hoping to do another 200. I'll put a picture of the radar up here, and you can see. Yeah, that's not pretty. So when we get to the hotel, we'll check in and wrap today up. All right, see you in a minute. All right, well, we just entered Sherman County, Kansas, which means we entered the Mountain Time Zone. So here you go, changing time zone. Should be almost in Goodland. We'll take one more double check of the weather, and I think I'm going to have to stop in Goodland here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to Burlington before the nastiness gets there. Although we'll take a look and see what happens and what the weather radar looks like. We're only a half an hour from Burlington. It's like 30, well, it's a little more, that'd be like 40. It's like a half an hour past Goodland. We'll see what we do. I don't know yet. I have not decided that one just yet. And it looks like I lost the Flippin' Harley app again. With any luck, tomorrow we won't have any weather to mess with, other than maybe cold at the mountaintops. But that is what it is when you're at 11,000 feet in the air. You know, I think Berthoud Pass is like 11.6. Loveland is like 11.3. No, Loveland I think is 11.9. I think Loveland's a little bit higher than what the plan is, what we're going to do. I don't mind riding through rain. It's thunder and lightning that, well, it's the lightning that makes me nervous. Alright, I'm just kind of holding this to wrap up. We're in a hotel room, Goodland, Kansas, and
Had to tap out a little bit earlier than I wanted to. But when it's going to be raining and storming, rain's one thing. Thunderstorms, nah. We'll get an early start tomorrow, probably about 6:30, and get as far as we can. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to Wendover, but we'll make it to Salt Lake. All right, see you in the morning.